Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today, we've got a big update that directly affects millions of Social Security beneficiaries across the country. A potential $4,000 boost in Social Security benefits is making headlines, and we're here to break down exactly who qualifies, why this is happening, and what it could mean for your wallet. Now, back to the big news. Earlier this year, in April, many Social Security recipients received a notable boost in their monthly payments, averaging between $300 to $700, with some even receiving over $1,000 plus retroactive benefits dating all the way back to January 2024. This was thanks to the Social Security Fairness Act, signed into law by President Joe Biden. That legislation repealed two major limitations: the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. But here's where things get even more exciting. A new legislative proposal making its way through Congress could mean yet another boost, this time, up to $4,000. According to a Newsweek article, this is all tied to a newly introduced tax proposal from House Republicans. This legislation is being dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill, and it's designed to carry out major elements of former President Donald Trump's domestic economic agenda. The draft legislation, released by the House Ways and Means Committee, includes a $4 trillion debt ceiling increase, the extension of certain Trump-era tax cuts, and new brakes on tips, overtime pay, and auto loans. But for Social Security recipients, the most notable provision involves a $4,000 deduction, which could directly impact how much seniors receive or get to keep from their benefits. Let's dive deeper. The key to this boost lies in something called enhanced deductions for seniors. The bill outlines that starting in tax year 2025 and continuing through 2028, individuals over the age of 65 could be entitled to an additional $4,000 deduction on Social Security wages. This deduction would reduce the taxable income amount, ultimately allowing beneficiaries to either receive more in benefits or owe less in taxes, a net win in either case. But there's a catch. This deduction is income restricted. It starts to phase out for individuals earning above $75,000, and for married couples filing jointly, the phase-out begins at $150,000 in adjusted gross income. So, this provision is targeted primarily toward low to middle-income seniors, those who would benefit most from the tax relief. And it's important to note, you must be at least 65 years old to qualify. If you begin claiming Social Security early, say, at age 64, you won't yet be eligible for this $4,000 deduction. But once you hit 65 and above, you can apply this tax deduction moving forward, which could significantly increase your net benefit. Now, while the elimination of federal taxes on Social Security benefits, one of Trump's 2024 campaign promises, wasn't included in this bill, the proposed deduction offers a similar benefit by reducing the taxable portion of Social Security income. Why wasn't the tax elimination included? It all comes down to Senate rules, specifically the Byrd Rule. This rule restricts what can and cannot be included in budget reconciliation bills, which are a special type of legislation that only require a simple majority vote. Since eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits affects payroll taxes and federal revenue streams, it doesn't qualify under those reconciliation guidelines. Besides the enhanced deduction for Social Security beneficiaries, this massive tax bill includes several other key proposals. Extension of Trump's 2017 tax cuts, including lower marginal tax rates. Exemption from taxes on tips and overtime pay, delivering more take-home pay for hourly and service industry workers. Deduction of car loan interest payments, helping those with auto debt. Increase in the child tax credit, from $2,000 to $2,500 per child, extended through 2029. Another major debate within the bill revolves around the state and local tax, SALT, deduction cap. Currently capped at $10,000, the bill proposes increasing it to $30,000 for both single and joint filers. However, lawmakers from high-tax states like California and New York are pushing for an even higher cap, up to $62,000 for single filers and $124,000 for joint filers. This fight over the SALT cap could delay or reshape parts of the bill, especially since some moderate Republicans from blue states are holding out for a more favorable outcome for their constituents. Republican leadership has signaled their intent to pass this bill through the House by Memorial Day and have it on President Trump's desk by Independence Day. Since this is a reconciliation bill, it bypasses the typical 60-vote threshold in the Senate. That means Republicans could potentially pass this legislation without a single Democratic vote, provided they maintain unanimous support within their party. However, nothing is set in stone. The final version of the bill may look different from what's currently being proposed. Certain provisions could be cut, added, or modified as negotiations continue. But one thing is clear: Social Security beneficiaries aged 65 and older are in line for a potential $4,000 boost, assuming this legislation passes as written. Let's recap. If you're a Social Security recipient aged 65 or older, and your income falls within certain thresholds, you could soon be eligible for a $4,000 deduction that boosts your monthly financial situation. This is not direct cash but rather a tax deduction, which can still lead to significant tax savings and increased benefit retention. This bill reflects a broader effort by Republicans to reshape tax policy in a way that benefits seniors, workers, and families. Whether you support the bill or not, it's clear that these discussions have major implications for tens of millions of Americans. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do you support the $4,000 deduction proposal? Should federal taxes on Social Security benefits be eliminated altogether? What's your take on the SALT cap negotiations? Let me know your thoughts below. And as always, don't forget to check the pinned comment for your chance to claim up to $200 in free stock or cash through Robinhood. It's fast, easy, and a great way to start investing or boost your bank balance. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next update.